we want to tell the whole world that Mr. Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the NDC and our principal in the obedient movement, he has alerted the whole world that his life is under threat by the Tinubu administration, by the government and the agencies of the Tinubu administration. And we are here simple. We have come to court to enforce his fundamental right, and we are praying that he should be provided adequate security. We don't want another Funshaw Williams in Nigeria. Gentlemen of the media, you always remain our partner. I remember myself, Okere Kingdom Namdi. You all know me as an activist lawyer. I just want to brief the media and the whole world. We are here this morning on behalf of Obedient Lawyers Forum. Obedient Lawyers Forum, we are part of the larger Obedient family worldwide, and we have come to file a fundamental human rights action on behalf of Mr. Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the NDC. And this fundamental human rights action is brought pursuant to paragraph 3E of the Fundamental Human Rights Enforcement Procedure Rule. You know, it's a rule of enforcement of fundamental human rights that was made by the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, and it permits human rights activists and non-governmental organizations, to bring an application to enforce somebody's fundamental human rights, where such right is threatened or breached, in actual form. So we want to tell the whole world that Mr. Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the NDC and our principal in the obedient movement, he has alerted the whole world that his life is under threat by the Tinubu administration, by the government and the agencies of the Tinubu administration. And we are here simple. We have come to court to enforce his fundamental right, and we are praying that he should be provided adequate security. We don't want another Funshaw Williams in Nigeria. You people know that of recent, Tinubu, in a very viral video, claimed that he won the 2023 presidential election. He said it, it's online, you Google it, he said that he won the 2023 presidential election. And the implication is that Tinubu and the former INEC chairman, Yakub Mahmoud, stole his mandate. And Tinubu is warming up to reclaim his mandate in the 2027 presidential election. And it's a similar scenario that happened in Lagos State. Like more than 20 years ago, even all the security agencies in Nigeria, the DSS, the police, nobody has come out to say who killed Funshaw Williams or how Funshaw Williams died. Funshaw Williams died in Lagos while he was said to be warming up, to contest the 2023 governorship election in Lagos State, to reclaim his mandate that he believed that was stolen. So we don't want similar scenario. Tinubu must not be another victim of political assassination. He must freely go to any part of the country, to campaign and engage people, sell his manifesto, tell Nigerians about his ideology to bring this nation out of poverty and corruption. Tinubu is genuinely committed, to not just taking Nigeria from production from consumption to production, but is committed to end corruption in this country. And of course, over the weeks, you know what is happening with our budget. You now know that our budget is now a statute of fraud. What we call annual Nigerian budget is now an instrument of fraud. You can see the fraud, from the first page to the last page. You can see that what we have in the Nigerian budget, from the unknown agency to Badabi Amila telling upstream regulation agency to withhold certain amount percentage, for campaign funding, from even the governor of Imo State deducting from source the allocation that is meant for the 36 states of the federation, and they're using it to fund the city movement ambassador or whatever, or poverty movement ambassador. So they are committed, to continue to impoverish Nigerians beyond 2027. And we are here to alert the whole world that nothing must ever happen to Mr. Tinubu. That is why we have approached the Federal High Court to enforce his fundamental rights. We also joined the rascal called the governor of Edo State. In this matter, he has publicly warned Tinubu not to come to Edo State to campaign, that when P2B is in Edo State, that his life is not, his security is not guaranteed, and that P2B must take permission from him. And we are saying, under the 1999 Constitution, the governor of Edo State or any other governor in this country does not have such right. As the campaign will soon commence, P2B has the constitutional right as a citizen of Nigeria to go any part of the country to campaign, sell his ideology, say his manifesto to Nigerians who are ready to embrace the message of a new Nigeria that will be possible, a new Nigeria that will lift the country from consumption to production, a new Nigeria that will be corrupt-free, that will put an end fictitious projects, like we are witnessing, in our budget, which I would now rather prefer to call a statute of fraud, an instrument of fraud. Majority members of the National Assembly conniving with the executive arm, to insert fake projects, into our national budget and continue to embezzle our common resources while the people continue to suffer. That is why we have approached the court, for the court to assert the constitutional right of Mr. P2B to be given adequate security. We are saying that the president is the president is the first defendant, the attorney general is the second defendant, inspector general of police, the director of DSS, and the commandant general of the security and civil defense corps, and the governor of Edo State that has openly threatened Mr. P2B not to cross Edo State without his permission. And we are saying that the president, as the commander-in-chief and the chief security officer, has the constitutional duty, to direct the police, the DSS, and the civil defense to provide adequate security for Mr. P2B. And we are saying, on no account should Mr. P2B become another victim of political association. We don't want another Funshaw Williams, because Mr. P2B is warming up to reclaim his mandate. He has openly said that he won the 2023 presidential election, and the implication is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Yakub Mahmoud stole his mandate. And we are ready, he will reclaim it by the grace of God, with the support of Nigerians. We are sure and we are hopeful that he will reclaim his mandate. So that is why we have invited you. We will give you copies of the motion on notice and the affidavit in support of the application. Thank you so much. I'm Okere Kingdom Namdi. I'm the convener Lawyers in Defense of Democracy and a member of Obedient Lawyers Forum. And this suit is brought on behalf of Obedient Lawyers Forum. Thank you so much. Any other question?